Good afternoon, Tariq. I was wondering what you've heard about playing at Wisconsin, the atmosphere there, and what are you expecting Saturday?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
I've seen like videos on YouTube, and Coach has played a couple things in our team meeting, but I'm just excited to play in front of fans again, and I know it's going to be a crazy atmosphere being it's their first game back with full capacity and things like that. So I'm sure it's going to be rowdy. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. So it's definitely a challenge for us. So I'm excited.
Thank you.
We'll move over to Tyler Donahue.
Good afternoon, Tariq. Hope you're doing well.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. You told us pretty early on that Kalen King was going to be a player to watch, and then James Franklin reiterated that, and we've heard it ever since. How has he continued to progress during the preseason and now preparing for his first college game?
I think he's had kind of the same mindset he had during spring ball when he first came in, just attacking the ball. He wants to learn every day from me, Joey, Coach T, Coach V, and he's just consistent. Like, comes in every day, he works hard, doesn't say too much, just a great listener. And those are all the qualities that you kind of need to play early and also just have success. So, he's going to have a big year for us.
Travis Johnson.
Hey, Tariq, thanks for your time. Just curious, we've talked to Jahan a lot, and he's mentioned, wanting to improve his speed over the last couple months. Have you noticed that? And I guess so. How have you seen those improvements maybe manifest, and how noticeable are they?
Yeah, I think just the outside world doesn't know how fast Jahan is, so that's kind of something I've been new. But I think what makes him special is that he has speed, but he controls his speed and his routes. He knows how to manipulate, get in blind spots and things like that. So when you mix speed with kind of craftiness, that's when you make a great receiver. So, he's definitely gotten faster since he's been here for sure.
Tobias Wilborn.
Hey, Tariq, man. Thanks for doing this, fam. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
With you guys, what types of conversations, if any, are you guys still having around if there are any unvaccinated players, as well as protocols, considering you guys are going to be playing games in these really packed stadiums?
Yeah, I think that's kind of talks that the training staff has and people who deal with medical stuff has. We just kind of focus on ball, and then, of course, we're staying safe with all the protocols that Penn State alone has. So those are kind of talks that the Penn State training staff has. So,
Daniel Galen.
Hey, Tariq. Wisconsin is obviously an offense that's been known for its running game the past couple of years, but with a quarterback like Graham Mertz, what's kind of your impression of him and the Wisconsin passing game?
Yeah, I think they attack you by a lot of ways. Of course, just drop back, but also just play action stuff where your eyes are affected. So eyes are really important in this game. I think he's a good quarterback. He can put the ball where it needs to be. And he has weapons surrounding him with the tight end and also the receivers. So I think he's a good quarterback for sure.
Johnny Collins.
Tariq, there's always a lot of talk when you play Wisconsin about how physical they are. Do you look forward to being able to match physicality with a team that has a reputation for that kind of play?
Of course. You can't back down from a challenge. They build their program on physicality. So if that's what you need to bring, that's what you need to bring. I think that's what we're going to do. And I already think we're a physical bunch. So I can't wait to see us fly around and just go play Penn State football.
Rich Carcella.
Tariq, can you tell us what corners have stood out in the last month on your team during camp? Maybe one or two guys. What guys have had a really, really good camp? Thanks.
Yeah. Outside of Kalen King, I would probably say Daquan Hardy. He's a playmaker. He always is around the ball. He's little, but when he plays bigger, he just knows how to find the ball in the air on the ground for fumbles and things like that. And also, I'll go Joey Porter. I mean, his length is tremendous. And I'm still trying to get him just to, he plays consistent, of course, but still, what's the word? Still, I don't know how to put it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, he's going to have a great year for us too. But yeah, Joey Porter has done well in camp, and also Daquan Hardy.
Tyler Donahue.
Tariq, we had Jaquan Brisker on a call with us just a little while ago, and we've heard from other players that he has really stepped up as a leader in 2021. Can you kind of discuss the transition you've seen him make from when he got here in 2019 to the kind of figure he is for you guys now?
Yeah, I would just say the main thing that points out is just him being more vocal. He's always been a follow me type of guy as far as like actions, but now he's more vocal on defense, more vocal in the secondary, more vocal just as a team. So that's the main thing that stuck out. He's speaking up whenever he feels something's not right, whenever he feels like the practice is not going well or after a practice. So I think vocal is the word to use.
Travis Johnson.
I wanted to follow up on that attribute you applied to Jahan, saying he's crafty, I guess. Tariq, when you line up against a guy who you know to have that attribute, I guess, does it change your thought process at all, knowing, maybe you won't use athleticism or typical tools of the trade to potentially get lost in the coverage or, catch you guys in a mistake?
I would say no. I just play him true. We have great battles. Like, I go against him a whole lot, so I kind of can pick up on some things he's doing, and he knows some things that I do well and don't do well, whatever it may be. So he does definitely present some problems. Like I said, just the craftiness and the route running, and he's just a smart player. He's older now. He's a senior, so he's definitely picked up things that KJ taught him. Jahan, guys that has been here. So he's gonna have a big year, I believe.
Johnny Collins.
Tariq, outside of Jahan and Parker, who among the receivers has impressed you? And is there somebody who has a skill that you think to yourself, wow, if he could harness that, he could be a really special player?
I think Keandre has impressed me. I get to go against him a lot, and we go back and forth. He got that dog in him. He knows how to compete, which is a great thing. I'd probably say Trey Wallace. I mean, the dude can jump out the gym, so he's super athletic. Still has to work on like some little things, but once he puts it all together, I think he's going to be special too.
Tobias Wilborn.
We've heard a lot about AK. What is it that makes him so unique? What's about him that makes him special?
I would just say his speed and he's able to bend the corner real well. I don't get to see him a lot we do skelly, like during camp we do a lot of skellies and things like that, and then I'm just looking at the back end, but I mean, he's creating havoc, so he's making my job way more easier. The quarterback has to scramble or get the ball out of his hand, so it makes my job a lot easier. So, I mean, AK is a monster. So,
Tyler Donahue.
Tariq, you spent a lot of time last year watching this team play. What's it going to mean to you to be able to get out there for game warm-ups on Saturday and know that this time you're actually going to be on the field when the ball gets kicked off?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to mean the world. Like, I love my teammates. I love football. This university has done a lot for me. I mean, I graduated. So I just feel like I owe it a lot. So I can't wait just to go out there and ball and just show everything I've been working on in the summer and the spring and just be a leader on the defense and for our whole unit to ball. Like, I just can't wait to see it.
Nate Bauer.
Hey, Tariq. How much does Kalen's self-confidence impact his ability to play as well as he has this year or, so far through the offseason? And then is that a unique characteristic for a true freshman?
I would say for your second question, I would say yes, just because you not knowing the system as well, but still having confidence to go out there and make plays on the ball. That's unique in of itself. And I just feel like I be telling them, like, listen, we play the hardest position on the field in my eyes. Like, you always have to have a short-term memory. You can't remember the good or the bad. Yes, you should remember the good, but if you just harness on the good all the time, like, something bad could happen. So it's always next play mentality and things like that. So he's doing a real good job of being confident, yes, but also just playing the next play and snapping the next snap and just having a clear mind when he's out there. So that's some things I kind of preach to him, as long with his self-confidence as well. So,
Donnie Collins.
A couple of guys have mentioned camaraderie this year and how it's improved after not being around each other last year. And obviously that helps. But you've been around a lot of Penn State teams now. How is this kind of camaraderie different than what you've had in the past? And how much do you think that could legitimately help you on the field?
Yeah, I think it's going to help us tremendously. Just coming off of last year, sometimes not being able to meet as a team and just little things that you neglect with just as far as like doing things together. We went to the lake, we did things like that. So just those little things matter a lot with building a team, building camaraderie. I think we're as close as a team I've been on at Penn State. So I think it's gonna work together in the long run for us. So.
New bias, Wilborn.
Everybody always wants to know about the freshman receivers. What have you seen with Liam and Harris in particular?
Yeah, I mean, Liam, he's a super smart guy. He works hard. He comes to work every day, ready to work. Catches the ball. They moved him around a lot, so I think he's gonna have success there. And then, like I said, Trey has unreal athleticism. Like, he can windmill, dunk, cradle. Like, he's done some crazy things that I haven't seen anybody do in person. So I think he's just super athletic. Yeah.
Tyler Donahue.
Gonna talk offense again here. You mentioned getting into some battles with Keandre on the practice field. We've heard a lot about how he is super competitive, maybe too competitive, too caught up in his emotions last year. Stubblefield says that is something he's worked on. Do you get a different vibe from him in terms of his preparation and play by play?
Yeah, he's definitely more mature than he was last year. Like you said, just trying to learn how to control your emotions, because football is an emotional sport. Like, there's going to be ups and downs and there's battles, but at the end of the day, you can't turn a one-on-one matchup to a personal battle. You still have a job to do. You still have obligation to the team, to the offense. So I think he's doing a good job of that. So.